Alright, what's up guys? We're back with another JAX laning phase example video. And in this one I want to show you guys, like, yet again, just reiterate how to play a really consistent playstyle on JAX on the first few waves to translate into kills, right? So in this first game, we're playing JAX against Renekton. And the way this matchup should go is Renekton should get prio on the wave and push you in. But this is something you can do in a lot of your games, especially you lower elo folks, that will work, is you want to gauge how your opponent plays to see if you can get prio, right? So the first thing I see this Renekton do is he walks up and he Qs, but then he like walks back like this, right? So a good Renekton against JAX will try to bait out your E early on, and he'll be using his Q to hit a lot of minions so that he gets pushed on the wave and gets level 2 first, and then gets to crash into your tower. But what this Renekton does, and what you'll see, is he's standing super far back. This guy's like scared for some reason, which tells me that he doesn't know the matchup, which you'll see what I do. I just start hitting minions a lot, right? Because I want to get pushed on the wave. And as soon as it's like this, it's like, okay, we've pretty much gotten prio. So now my plan at this point, because I'm a minion up, more like a minion and a half, my plan at this point is to just do a simple 3 or 4 wave crash, depending on how he plays, reset, get item advantage, and then kill him on the bounce back. And you'll see that's pretty much what happens. So, first thing to pay attention to, I play the level 2 timer well, right? In order to hit level 2, you need the first wave cleared, and then you need to take 1 extra melee minion. So we get our level 2, can't set an auto, which sucks, but we get a decent little chunk off on Renekton. And we're just slow pushing this second wave so that we don't crash it before this third one arrives, right? And so we're just chilling, clearing the minions. I believe I Q on him again pretty soon here, just to get another little chunk out. Yep, like that, just a Q, grasp auto real quick. And we're just playing with our wave, right? We're just hitting these minions fast to crash this third wave. And then we take a cheater recall, because we're pretty low on mana, and we can get a longsword. And this Renekton is half HP, right? Hasn't used his pot, so he's still pretty healthy. But you'll see what I do next, right? I run back to lane. Renekton is doing a slow push. I come back. And my goal here, at this point, after you take a cheater recall, do not fight them here, right? This guy's level 4, you're level 3. You're going to be a level down. So your goal is to trim the wave and make their crash hard. You want to make it hard for them to crash the wave into your tower. Because this area is the best spot to get solo kills, right? It's really awkward for the enemy to play. And so you'll see what I do here. I'm just chipping away at minions. I take a little trade, but I make sure to not commit. Like, I don't Q on him into his wave. Because we go back here. When I use my E here and hit him up a little bit, if I Q on him here, I'll die. He'll stun me, and I'll get hit by all these minions, and yeah, I'll get my ass whooped. So, we're just taking a small trade. We make sure to keep hitting the minions. And now at this point, right, his wave is here. My next wave arrives very soon. So what I want to try to do is get his ranged minions to crash right around this line so that they're not in tower range, but they're really close, which makes it awkward for Renekton to play. And so I do this little, like... Sorry, I should go back and watch that in normal speed. So I do this little, like, S-clicking to attempt to slow down this mini wave, right? And get it to crash. It's kind of a dirty crash, right? Like, some of these minions are in range, some aren't. Which means Renekton's going to want to stay, or else he loses a bunch of XP. Right? This is like a dirty crash for Renekton. Trade on him a little bit. Walk back in. And we E his W, which is really good. We're still just chilling. But now that his W's down, we just Q back on him. And we use our longsword advantage. I could have just used my Q, my next Q, and killed this guy, but I saw that Talon was here anyway. So we just end up getting a free kill. And yeah, that's kind of the first example, right? So this ends up translating to a TP advantage for me, as well as a kill for my jungler, right? And all of this was created by playing the first few waves well, right? Getting that 3-wave crash, cheater recall with a longsword, and then coming back, trimming the wave and holding it here, and then trading in this area. It is a great thing you can do. It's the most consistent way to get kills on JAX. And I reiterate this in all of my videos, but I just want to give examples of, what's it called? Of how to play the most consistent way on JAX, right? So, we get this wave crashed. take a reset, and now we're in a really good spot, right? We have 3 longswords compared to his 2. We have TP advantage, and we can just play out the rest of this lane. Now, the way this lane ends up going is it kind of goes even back and forth. It's really hard to kill Renekton once he hits level 6. Your all-in is just way weaker. You kind of need Sheen and Grass procs in order to kill Renekton really easily and beat him. Like 3 longswords doesn't make a huge difference. But nonetheless, Renekton's supposed to win this matchup early, and since we won it early and built ourselves an advantage and got talent to kill, this is a 1 lane, right? And so, yeah, we're going to go to the next example, which I think I'm going to show a Cassante lane will be the next one. So yeah, we'll see. Alright, so this next example is against a Yone, right? We're playing JAX versus Yone. We take Lethal Tempo, Doran's Blade, and we are stronger than Yone early on, right? So we want to be playing accordingly. So the first thing you'll see me do is I hit the minions a few times to establish push on the first wave, right? So we can get prio and hit level 2 first. But I'm not hitting them too fast because he's not hitting the minions either, right? Walk up, E his Q, take a nice trade. I believe I stick in with this because we have lethal tempo. I think I sidestep a Q here. Yeah, which is really good. Good first trade. And you'll see we have push on the wave. We've chunked him out a little bit. At this point, what I'm thinking is I want to dive this guy. He's half HP. I'm JAX, who is pretty good at doing 3-wave crashes into a dive. And yeah, I believe that's what I end up doing this game. So right here, we're just waiting for level 2 to hit. Right, so we're just chilling. I believe I missed some minions actually when I took that trade earlier, which wasn't ideal. You usually don't want to do that, but it's not the biggest deal in the world, right? We still got push on the wave, so it doesn't really matter. But now I'm thinking, right? Once this 3rd wave arrives, if Yone steps up at all out of his tower, I want to be jumping on him and chunking him out, right? That is the plan here, so that we can then dive him with the next wave. But Yone stays in a pretty safe range, so there's not really a dive angle here. And I end up doing a 4-wave crash. I end up slowing it down because I see this next wave coming in, right? So we slow it down. And now this is a really good spot, right? We are in a really good spot to be able to dive this guy if he ever makes any mistake. We take a little W trade there, get his bone plating. And you'll see I'm just hitting these minions pretty slowly. He jumps in. I take a tower hit, but it's worth it because we chunk him out pretty hard. Crash the wave. I'm not sure if I dive in here or not. But we trade more. And you'll notice, like, yes, we're both low HP, but this is awful for him, right? Because I have push on the wave and I'm crashing and I'm going to recall anyway, right? I think I do end up killing him, though, if we watch this. Let's see. Alright, so this is a good dive example, then, that I'll show you guys. So, when you dive people on JAX, do not just Q onto them. Instead, what you want to do is walk up with your E and get close to them, and then if they flash away, you Q on them afterwards, like that, right? So hold your Q when you do dives, and instead just walk up with your E. I could have held my E a little longer and gotten the stun. That was a bit of a misplay, but it ended up working out anyway. And now, you know, we've turned that initial 4-wave crash into a kill, which means I'll reset. I'll have 2 longswords, I believe. Yeah, 2 longswords and a glowing moat. The best item in the game. And we come back, and now the plan is similar to the game against Renekton, right? We just want to kill this guy on the bounce back, because his wave is pushing into us now. So we just want to kill this Yone. And my Diana ends up coming top, so it ends up being just a really free kill. Like, I probably could have ended up killing this guy myself, but Diana ends up coming, so pretty free, easy kill. And now at this point, this Yone is absolutely fucked, dude. This guy's lane is over. He has no TP. His wave is stuck here. I have TP advantage. I have item advantage. I have 2 kills. All in the span of 5 minutes, this Yone's game is completely over. And it's all from playing the consistent way, which is getting push on the wave, trading on them as you're doing a 3 or 4 wave crash into their tower, recalling or diving if the opportunity is there, you can dive them. Even if you go 1-for-1 under the tower, it's worth. And then recalling, coming back with item advantage, and killing them on the bounce, right? And now, yeah, I'm pretty sure I just, like, beat the shit out of this Yone repeatedly. Like, we end up diving in here. I believe we kill him again shortly after too. Yeah, we end up coming back and just killing him again. And yeah, at this point, Yon's game is over. And you'll see the enemy team is a really fed bot laner, but I end up carrying this game with my Diana in action, and we end up winning. But yeah, that's the second example. And the last one I think I'm gonna look at is either Cassante or Poppy, or maybe Gnar. I don't know. You'll see though in a sec. Alright, so in this last game here that I'm going to show, we're against Gnar. And the way this matchup should go is Gnar should be able to get Prio on the wave just because he's ranged. He should be able to outspace us at RE and get Prio on the wave. But what you'll notice is that Gnar is leashing this game. And so if your opponent isn't here at the start of the lane, always hit the minions and try to get Prio and get level 2 first, right? Because Gnar leashes, you'll see what happens here. I walk up and I just start hitting minions, right? Get pushed on the wave. I believe I start Q this match, and I look for, you'll see I haven't leveled anything up yet. I think I start Q, and I look for just grasp autos, right? We get his bone plating, walk into the bush so that he can't auto us. And now at this point, you'll see I have push on the wave, right? I have way more minions, and this means I'll hit level 2 first, right? And so, again, it's the same game plan, right? Where we want to do a 3 or 4 wave crash into his tower, and we want to try to chunk him out as we're in the process of crashing the wave. So, let's just watch and see how this plays out, right? I probably Q on him here. Yep. Get a nice little chunk on him. And taking this return damage doesn't matter because we have push on the wave, right? So, I let him Q back on him again, get another little grass proc. I hit level 3 here off that minion. And so you'll see again, once my Q is up, I'm threatening to jump on him and just pushing him back off the wave. And because we slowed this down a lot, my plan is to do a 4-wave crash at this point. Because this next wave is arriving pretty soon. And these minions will live long enough for it to arrive. So we're just hitting these as slow as we can. Next wave arrives. It's a bit of an awkward crash, but it's still super playable for me. You just have to wait a little bit. Let this next wave arrive, and then start hitting these minions. And yes, that's what we do. And again, this whole time as we're trying to crash this, we're waiting to see if Gnar steps up out of where he should be, right? Which he does there. So we Q on him outside his tower, and I believe I Q on him again here to get another grasp hit. And now at this point, we've turned this matchup, which Gnar should be getting a Prio in, into a really bad spot for this guy. You know, he is at a severe health disadvantage, and we crash our wave, right? So this will slowly come back into us. But because this guy is this low, I don't really want to reset, right? I'm thinking here, like, I'm not going to recall until he recalls, because he should not be allowed to stay. And so, we just keep farming back and forth. And I believe I call my jungler up eventually, and we end up diving this guy. So you'll see I'm just letting the wave come back in, and I'm looking to harass him if he ever steps up. Now this was a bit unlucky. This kind of sucked. I thought this was going to be a solo kill. But yeah, you'll see I'm not hitting the wave because I want it to push back into me. And then I'm just waiting for Gnar to walk up so that I can Q on him. And so that's what I do. I Q auto and I see he's 90 HP. And I know my W does like way more damage than that. And so I go for a flash W, but his bone plating comes up as I do, which sucks. It fucking makes it so that I don't kill him here. That was quite unfortunate. Because yeah, this blocked 35 damage here, and he's at 34 health. So he would have died at that W if he didn't have bone plating. But nonetheless, it's not the worst for me. Like, yeah, it sucks to lose flash, but what can you do? And now I see that my Rengar is top side, right? He's crossed over from the bottom side of the map and came top. And so now my plan is to push this in as fast as I can so that we can dive this guy. And so you'll see that's what I do. I start hitting minions a bunch. And again, we walk in for this dive and start it with our E. And we wait to see what he does. Get the stun. He flashes away. And so I walk back down so that he can't auto me. Frankly, I probably should have died here, but luckily Rengar got the kill. And yeah, I end up just resetting. The wave is slightly on his side, so it'll push back into me. And again, we got our jungler a kill, and we built up a 15 CS advantage in a matchup in which Gnar is supposed to get pushed on the wave, right? And this all worked because I realized that he was leashing, and so I used that opportunity to get push on the first wave, level 1, and, you know, do my 3 or 4 wave crash into his tower, chunk him out, the standard way to play that I've been talking about. So yeah, that'll do it for this video. I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be super appreciated. If you have any questions or anything, just drop them in the comments or feel free to join my Discord. I always answer questions in there. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.